People remember Halloween as one of the funniest episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I actually think it's one of the smartest character episodes the show ever did. And for me, this is my favorite episode in season 2, because underneath all the costumes, chaos, and comedy, Halloween is actually exposing who these characters are at their core and all the insecurities they try to hide. Xander immediately chooses to become a soldier because deep down he constantly feels inadequate. He's surrounded by a slayer, witches, vampires, a watcher, and he's just Xander. So of course, the second he gets the opportunity to become someone strong and powerful and respected, he jumps on it. And Buffy's choice is kind of super sad when you think about it, because hers is tied to Angel and Drusilla, and also her self-worth. She doesn't fully understand what Angel sees in her yet, and part of her wonders if he would rather be with someone who is softer, quieter, and more traditionally feminine. So she transforms herself into this delicate, noble woman fantasy, and the second that spell takes over, she completely loses the strength that defines who she is. Not just her physical strength, but her mental as well. And I think that's what makes this episode of Buffy so interesting. It's showing us how dangerous it can be when these characters are trying to be versions of themselves that they think others want them to be instead of who they actually are. But Willow's storyline is my absolute favorite because she chooses to dress as a ghost, and obviously that's not accidental at all. She already feels invisible. She covers her body up. She stays in the background. She tries to avoid attention. She doesn't really see herself in the way that others do, but Buffy does.
You're a dish. I mean, really.
But this just isn't me.
And that's the point. Look, Halloween is the night that not you is you, but not you, you know?
Buffy sees her as beautiful, cool, and worthy of being noticed, which is exactly why she pushes her into that outfit that she's wearing under the ghost costume in the first place. And what I love is when the sheet comes off and she arises as a ghost, she doesn't instantly feel confident. First, she's uncomfortable, she's awkward, she's trying to cover herself back up. But little by little, her confidence starts settling in as she takes charge throughout the episode. And by the end, when she comes back to life and she's in the ghost costume and she essentially rips it off and says, F it, it feels like the beginning of maybe Willow realizing she doesn't have to hide herself anymore. And then on top of all of that emotional work, this episode is still iconic as hell. The introduction of Ethan Rain, Spike being hilarious, Cordelia accidentally thriving through an apocalypse and taking charge, the atmosphere, the humor, the Halloween aesthetic, it's perfect. Halloween isn't just one of the funnest episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. To me, it's one of the episodes that truly understands the characters. This series was inspired by my buddy Galen. He is doing his favorite episodes from each season of Charm, so make sure to go follow him and watch that. But I need to know, what's your favorite episode of season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? And can you guess what mine is for season 3? Leave it in the comments. And if you guys like all things Buffy the Vampire Slayer, make sure to follow me, the final girl, because I talk about it almost every single day.
Your name is Cordelia, you're not a cat, you're in high school, and we're your friends. Well, sort of.
That's nice, Willow. And you went mental when?